Today we're going to be blah. Yeah. Blah. Hello everybody and welcome to our YouTube. Actually, yeah, that's correct. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Jodi and Tricky. I am part of the duo. I am Jodi. Okay, so today I'm going to be busting some myths. Okay. Yeah, I guess so. So, you know, growing up, your mom told you things and you're just kind of like, oh yeah, that's true. Okay, I'll die if I eat that. Okay. So today, all the moms are going to be pretty upset with me because some of those things your mother has told you are not true. So stay tuned. A few lies you've been told as a child and you probably still believe. Let's bust them right now. Okay, so the first one. Oh my gosh, some parents are going to be so upset. Sugar does not actually make you hyperactive. So I think every parent has told their child this. Can't have that lollipop or you won't sleep. Or, oh my gosh, he has so much sugar before bed. He doesn't sleep very well. So yeah, science has shown that there's actually no such thing as a sugar high. Your parents are liars. Although a 2007 study did suggest that preservatives in sugary foods might contribute to hyperactivity in kids. So kids, eat your cotton candy, get your lollipop on, because your mama was lying to you.
You serious?
Ooh, Nandi definitely did tell me this one. You don't have to wait before you go swimming. No. You don't have to wait to swim after eating. So we've all been told, oh, you need to digest a little bit, you'll throw up your food, you may die. That's not true. That's not true. The whole myth stems from the incorrect notion that while your body is digesting, there isn't enough blood flowing to your limbs, so you'll get cramps and drown. This is totally false. So, yeah, eat and swim. Eat and swim. I don't know, like I feel like you should wait anyway. Like your belly just is gonna be so heavy, you know? You don't have to wait if you don't want to, is what this is basically saying.
A few moments later.
Turkey doesn't make you sleepy. So for those of you who indulge in a little turkey for Thanksgiving or Christmas, and you feel really sleepy after, it's not because of the turkey. Yes, turkey has tryptophan, but so do a lot of other foods that you eat every day. In fact, chicken and beef has as much tryptophan as turkey. So it's not the turkey making you sleepy, it's just because you ate too much and you're lazy. Me, that's me. Oh, my husband is going to be so upset about this one. Vitamin C does not actually prevent colds. So we've all heard that, you know, you must up your vitamin C, drink your orange juice, and, you know, if you ingest all that vitamin C, you won't actually get sick. Studies have shown that your daily orange juice won't stop you from getting a cold, but if you already have a cold, vitamin C could help some of the symptoms go away faster. So it's not taking the vitamin C before to prevent, it's taking the vitamin C while you have a cold to knock off some of those symptoms. Sean is going to be so vexed. He ingests that vitamin C like it is no tomorrow. So Sean, I'm sorry boo, but you can save a little bit of money on that vitamin C because it's not doing you anything. Are you over here, Sean? Drop a comment down below if you're here. You're probably not. Dropping a penny from the Empire State Building won't even come close to killing anyone. I've heard this one before. It was actually Sean that said this to me. We were in New York and he was like, yo, you know that the velocity that picks up on the penny when you dropped it, it can lick somebody in the forehead and knock them out and kill them. Mythbusters tested this one out and nope. But don't even think about attempting this as there are a million other ways it could be dangerous. Which is true. I definitely think it could sting or hurt somebody, but it definitely can't kill anybody. But keep your pennies in your purse and do not throw them off over any building. Touching frogs won't give you warts. I guess because like frogs are warty, you think that they're gonna like transfer the warts. And then I always see little kids like holding the frogs like in the photos, and it's so disgusting. Ah! This falsehood started because people thought the bumps on frogs' backs were warts, but they're actually not. Warts are caused by a human virus, and you can't get them from frogs or toads, but best not to handle wild animals though. Yeah, why do you want to touch a frog? The Coriolis effect doesn't actually make toilets in Australia flush the other way. So I heard that because they're down under, they're below the equator, we're on the other side of the world, that their water flows in the opposite direction. So whereas a toilet here will flush and swirl to the right and go down, the ones in Australia swirl to the left and go down. It would make sense because the equator like turns everything back ways. No? No. Cracking your knuckles will not give you arthritis. So I remember in high school I used to crack my knuckles, you know, just having a little fun. And my mother said to me, if you want to wear a beautiful wedding ring and beautiful rings, you can't crack your knuckles because you're going to get those big knuckles that look like tree stumps and they're going to be ugly. I believed her. But I stopped doing it and now I have beautiful hands. So thanks, Mom. But there are other reasons you should avoid doing it though. I don't know, like, what? Oh, it won't give you arthritis. Maybe it will give you big knuckles. Yeah, I just said something that didn't make any sense. Surprising. Yeah, okay. All right, so I can't get arthritis from it, but maybe all right, let me, oh, that kind of hurt. Next one, we are doing these thanks to BuzzFeed. I mean, not the most reliable source of facts, but anyway, just let me do my little channel here. Water does not conduct electricity. Pure water is actually non-conductive. It's the substances found inside most waters, for example salt, that make them conductive. So I guess when you're swimming in a pool, that would be the chlorine that's conductive? Or like, what happens when people walking in the rain? I don't know about this one. You don't actually lose most of your body heat through your head. Jamaican moms are going to be so upset about this. So we have a saying about the coal on your mole, which is your head. Don't catch cold by your mole. You have to protect your mole. And the mole is when you are a baby. For the longest time I thought this was like a beauty mark on somebody's head. But when you're a baby, you have a soft spot right here in your head, like right here, where the skull hasn't closed just yet, and you can feel it, and it's just like a little bit squishy. Don't feel it too much because you may cause a little brain damage. But it's called the mole, and you want to protect the mole. You don't want the rain to fall on the mole, you don't want breeze to blow on the mole, you don't want the body to lick up the mole. And this is why you put hats on a baby. No, you don't. You put hats on a baby because it's cute and you have to accessorize, okay? But then when you go to foreign, they say, you know, when it's wintering, that you want to put on your hat because you lose all of your body heat through your head like a soda bottle that's shaken. This is not true. Sorry, Mom, this isn't true, but keep wearing those winter hats because any uncovered parts of your body will release heat. So it does release a certain amount of heat through your head. And I'm sure you've seen, like, you know, in the movies when people are standing outside and there's like steam coming off their head. Wear your hat. Wear your hat. Watching TV too close to the screen will not make you go blind. Drop a comment if your parent has ever said this to you. Kids love to watch the TV really close up and like, I feel like I'm there. I feel like when, you know, it was Tom, Jerry, and Joe. I want to be in the action. I want to be up close, you know, like, leave me alone, Mom. Let me watch the TV. Actually, I say this to my kids now too. Science hasn't found a direct link between watching TV up close and vision loss. You might strain your eyes or get a headache, but there's no risk of permanent damage. Yeah, okay. And when you're watching TV, you want to leave on a little ambient light, you know. I just came from the optometrist a few weeks ago. Ambient light. And reading in the dark won't make you go blind either. Can one really read in the dark though? Again, it might cause headaches or eye strain, but nothing permanent. If you can read in the dark, you are a superhero. Maybe you should try reading with a reading light. Your tongue doesn't actually have different taste bud sections. One for salty, one for sweet, one for sour, one for bitter. I don't know. I remember in prep school, we had to like, you get a sweetie and you're like, oh, everybody in class like, yes, miss, I taste it over here, I taste it. Oh, on this side of my tongue, I taste it. And then they give you the sour queasy, yes, I taste it all in the back of my tongue. And you're like, oh my gosh, my tongue has sections, like, you know. That is incorrect. And I think this was like an experiment done throughout different schools, because this says your taste bud receptors are actually scattered pretty evenly throughout your mouth. Middle school was a lie. Like, I feel like this is an experiment that they did in like quite a few schools, and I don't know, I feel like if one person said it in the class, like, oh yeah. Humans have more than just 5 senses. So our 5 senses are taste, touch, feel, hair, sight. Taste, touch.
1 hour later.
No, taste, feel and touch is the same thing. Hair, no.
2 hours later.
Tasting, touching, seeing, smell. And now we're back. Most people are taught about the 5 core senses in school, but there are actually way more than that. Think about balance, temperature, pain, and the list goes on. I don't know, because I think that, like, okay, things just get so complicated nowadays. Like, honestly, I think from those 5 senses, once you can remember them, then for example, temperature would go under like touch and feelings, because you feel the temperature, right? Pain would be the same touch. What are more examples? What you mean the list goes on? Where's this list? So from those 5 core senses, like the other things that you think are senses would be from that. BuzzFeed. It's generally safe to wake sleepwalkers. Of course, some of this depends on the individual, but the notion that waking a sleepwalker is universally dangerous is false. In fact, it could be more dangerous to let them keep sleepwalking. But if you let them keep sleepwalking, you need to record it because it's gonna be funny. Just joking. Yeah, I've been taught, like, if you wake a sleepwalker, they could wake up really angry or get upset at you, or they're just so thrown off where they are. But I guess you should wake them up. Yo, that must be so scary. I'm so glad that, like, I don't know, or I've never slept beside a sleepwalker, because that's so crazy, man. Where are you going? Where are you going? Goldfish can remember way more than past 3 seconds. Well, good for you, little fishy. Good for you. That must be so annoying, though. Like, if you only remember 3 seconds, that would be great, because you're in this small little bowl. So you're like, oh, hey, where am I going? Oh, right over there. Oh, hey, where am I going? Right over there, So I actually did hear this because of Nemo and Fish. No, Nemo and the other person. And then Nemo had no memory. Despite what you may have heard, they actually remember a decent amount. Some scientists believe that their memories last for months. How would a scientist know what a fish can remember? You remember, you little goldfish, you. Do your thing. So goldfish and the clownfish, which is what Nemo is actually different. So maybe Nemo only remembers a few seconds, but this clownfish here, this goldfish here remembers a lot. A lot, apparently. My sister bought my husband a goldfish for his birthday one year, which actually, you know what? I find that, and I've said this before, buying somebody a pet for a present is really like, it's horrible. It's selfish. Like, did anybody ask for that pet? You're kind of like forcing them to commit to something that they weren't ready for. So now that person has to feed the pet, take the pet for walks, do playing with the pet, do all kinds of pet-related activities that they weren't planning to do before. Or, as Tracy did, bought Sean the fish. I had to clean out the fish tank, which I dropped the fish tank twice. I had to feed the fish. When I was going away, I had to find a babysitter for the fish. Then one time when I dropped the whole fish tank with the fish in it, it booped on the fish eye, and the fish eye got really big, and then I had to get fish medication. Why the trick? Anyway, the fish was called Mr. Spliffington. Mr. Spliffington James. Sean named his fish. And you know, this goldfish lasted a really long time. Like, I was told that fish don't live very long, and this fish lasted a really long time. And honestly, I feel really sorry for that fish, because clearly, if this is true, then Mr. Spliffington James probably remembers the time that I dropped him on his eye twice. That poor fish. Glass is not a liquid. Glass is glass. That thing about old windows being thicker at the bottom because they're melting is totally BS. Glass is actually an amorphous solid, and those old windows are probably just made like that. Maybe because I don't go to church to see those windows like being thick at the bottom. I don't know. I've never heard this one. I've never heard of glass being a liquid. Glass is glass. Gum does not take 7 years to digest. It passes through your system just like anything else you eat. And that makes so much sense. However, I think that when parents are trying to teach their children how to eat gum, they're like, oh, you know, that's going to stay in your belly forever. Or like, you know, you're going to like grow a bubblegum tree. That's one that I was told, that a bubblegum tree is going to grow in my stomach. But that's not true. I shut out all the bubblegum, Mom.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Rust doesn't actually cause tetanus. Okay. It's caused by a bacteria that sometimes can be found on old rusty objects, but it can also be found on objects with no rust at all. So basically, if you get a deep cut from something, rusted or not, you need to consult with your doctor. I just find like tetanus was kind of like, yeah, tetanus is from a rusty nail. This is kind of interesting. And yo, I've never gotten one, but I hear a tetanus shot is really, really painful. So now that I've heard this, I may need a tetanus shot because I cut my hand on a knife. Because tetanus is a bacteria that doesn't have anything to do with rust. Anyway, if you're new to my channel, I'm so sorry for you. But anyway, if you're not, you've all heard this one before. Shaving your legs does not make your hair grow back thicker. We have spoken about this so many times before. Thank you, BuzzFeed. The tips of your hair are finer at the base than at the base. Sorry. The tips of your hair are finer than at the base. So when you shave off those tips, it might appear to be thicker, but shaving does not actually affect hair growth at all. So, all right, maybe there's some very one-away cases, but there's no way for your hair follicle to get bigger. Like, it's not a muscle. There's no muscle in the hair follicle to make the hair follicle get bigger and smaller and bigger and smaller and bigger and smaller. Shave your hair. Nothing's gonna happen. It's just gonna grow back. But because it doesn't have that fine tip, how it gets that fine tip is just years of rolling around in the sheets. It just gets a fine tip, okay? And then when you cut off that fine tip, you're left with a nub. So that nub is thicker than the tip. So it's going to give the effect of thicker hair. Also, I find that just wear and tear on the hair, it makes it a little lighter. So you can have, you know, the peach fuzz on your hair is a little lighter because you've been in the sun, or the harms on your hair. And then when you shave it off, it comes in darker because, or the color it is, and then you feel like your hair is growing back thicker, but it's not. Just shave the hair. Shave your face. Shave your face. I have a video on shaving your face. Shave your face. Doesn't grow back thicker. BuzzFeed said so too. And finally, for our last one, you don't actually swallow spiders in your sleep, like ever.
Oh my God! Wow!
This must be a foreign thing because I've never heard of swallowing spiders in your sleep. While you're sleeping, your breathing body terrifies spiders too much to even go near you. You're definitely not swallowing 8 a year. 8? Who's been telling these people they're swallowing 8 spiders a year? Yeah, that's what it says. Okay. I don't know, like I feel like if I'm sleeping and a mosquito picture on my face, 90% of the time I may feel it. But if you have a spider walking up, it has to walk up you somewhere. So it's walking up your chest, your back, your somewhere. Like, you're not going to feel that. And okay, even if one gets by, 8? Whew, Lord, no wonder people are sleepwalking. They sleepwalking to get away from the spiders. Alright everyone, that's it. We are busting some myths wide open. We're making some parents really upset today because, well, You can't say that to your kids anymore because it's not true. Let them have the sugar. They won't get hyperactive at all. That's going to really upset a few Jamaican moms. Oh, and the cold pan mole. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Drop a comment down below about something that your mom or your parent has said to you that you've now found out is completely not true. I'd love to hear a few Jamaican ones because we have so many cool ones. Anyway, drop a comment down below. Make sure you like the video. Use that time now to like it. And also make sure you subscribe to our channel, Jodi and Tricky. I'm Jodi, and you can check out another video from me coming up soon. You can check out a video from my sister. Yeah, I'm done.